It is hard to believe, but we are already ready to do our EOG Week 3 review. This is going to be, it's a lot and it's fast. So this week we're going to focus on parts of speech, nouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, prepositions, and figurative language. So simile, metaphor, alliteration, idiom, onomatopoeia, personification, and hyperbole. But not all that today. Let's just look at today, day one. Today we're going to talk about nouns, which seems really simple because I can go into any classroom and say, what's a noun? And everybody can tell me it's a word that names a person, a place, or a thing. Sometimes we forget to say idea. That's okay. We still get it. But there are so many different kinds of nouns, and you know them, and we've learned about them and practiced them this year. I'm going to review them quickly, and then we're going to practice them again. Because if you don't practice these kinds of things, you forget them. And we don't want to forget them, especially when there's a big test like that pesky EOG coming up, right? Right. So let's talk about nouns. Words that name a person, a place, or a thing. A boy is a person. Sue is a person. School is a place. Silva is a place. Football is a thing. The Mustangs football team is also a thing. Peace is an idea. Those are all nouns. Different kinds of nouns, but all nouns. So let's look here and see if we can find the nouns. The boy ran to the park to play football with his friends. What's the first noun you see? Boy names a person. Where's the next noun? The boy ran to the park to play football with his friends. The next noun we see is park. It's the place where the boy ran. There's another noun. The boy ran to the park to play what? To play that thing called football. So far we have a person, a place, and a thing. But guess what? While it's not an idea, there is still another noun in this sentence. What is it? Friends. A group of friends is a group of people. So that falls into the person, place, or thing. We use a noun in every single sentence of one kind or another. You cannot have a sentence without a noun, as long as you consider a pronoun a noun, which we do, and we're going to talk about that next. All right, I don't think finding nouns is difficult for us, so we're going to move on. We need to talk about the different kinds of nouns. Well, first of all, we're going to talk about singular nouns. If you talk about a single person or a single piece of paper or a single game, how many games are you talking about? So singular nouns are words that name one person, one place, one thing. One child, one restaurant, one piano. Plural nouns is when we have more than one of something, more than one person, more than one place, more than one thing. So you have many children, not childs, many restaurants, many dolls, lots of different things. So let's look. These are all examples of nouns. Some of them are singular, some of them are plural. Mice. It's plural. You have many mice. It would be one mouse. Goose. Singular. One goose, many geese. School. Singular. One school. The plural would be schools. Children. It's many children, so it's plural. The singular would be child. Waves. This is like, not waves, that's a verb. Ocean waves. Plural, there would be more than one. If you just had one wave, it'd be one wave in the ocean, singular. How about ocean? It's huge. But in this case, I'm just talking about one ocean. So it is singular. How about people? One person, many people. So people is plural. Got it? Let's go on. We also have common nouns and proper nouns. Let's talk about just common nouns. Common nouns are common. We use them all the time. Common nouns name general people, general places, general things. A teacher, a stadium, a notebook. All of these things, peace. All of these things are just in general. I'm not talking about a specific teacher, a specific stadium, a specific notebook, just generally speaking. Okay. Proper nouns is when things get a little bit more specific. I'm talking about a specific person, a specific place, a specific thing. And very important to realize, proper nouns must always be capitalized. Always. Bob. Bob is a specific person. His name must be capitalized. When you type your name on every assignment that I give, every bell ringer that I give, and it says type your name here, about half of you don't capitalize your own name. And I know in kindergarten they taught you to do that. Your name is a proper noun. It must be capitalized. You are important. Your name is important. Capitalize your name. To do that on a keyboard, you must hold down the Shift key while also typing the first letter of your name. Yes, I realize that might take two hands. Don't be lazy. You're important. Show that you are important. Capitalize your name. Sorry, that was just extra. Fairview is the name of our school. It's a specific school. I can't just say meet me at the school. You have to know which school you're talking about. So I'm naming a specific school, Fairview. Mustangs, they're a specific team, not just any football team, not just any baseball team, not just any track team. You're the Mustangs. Ford, it's a specific automobile brand. It's not just any car, it's a Ford. Okay, okay. Capitalize your name. So I capitalized all of these because maybe they're the beginning of sentences. We don't know. But I don't want you to rely on that. I want you to think about if these nouns name specific or general people, places, and things. So are they common or are they proper? School. Could be any school, so that's going to be common. Fairview. That's specific. It's the school I'm sitting in right now on a Saturday. Yes, it's true. It's a specific place, so it's proper. Restaurant. I asked you to meet me at the restaurant. Would you know where to go? There are lots of choices. That's common. What if I asked you to meet me at Red Robin? That's a specific restaurant, although I don't know where one is near here, but it would be proper. If I told you to meet me at the library, would you know whether I meant the one right here or the one downtown? You wouldn't know because it's common. What if I told you to meet me at Mark Watson Park? Would you know where to go? Sure, it's proper. It's a specific park downtown. What if I told you to meet me on Main Street? Well, I would at least know what street you were on, right? I might not know the exact location. Main Street is a proper name of a road in our town. So it is always capitalized. Got it? Okay, let's move on. We also use nouns to show possession. A possessive noun shows that somebody or something owns something. And when we say own something, like if I say Lori's mom, it means that that's my mom. Now, do I own my mother? No. But does she belong to me? Yeah, she's my mom, right? So that possessive, that ownership doesn't mean that I bought and paid for something at a store. It means that they belong, okay? So let's check these out. We often show ownership by adding an apostrophe before or sometimes after the S at the end of the word, depending on if the word is singular or plural. Let's look at a few of those. It is Bob's book. We have one Bob, apostrophe S, and Bob owns the book. Now, I can also use the pronoun his. It is his book. I don't have to have an apostrophe in the word his. His is a pronoun that shows ownership. Let's look at another. This is the children's house. Well, more than one child lives here, but I still just need an apostrophe S because children by itself is a plural word. Children's house. Now, if I want to use a pronoun to talk about that house belonging to the children, I would say it is theirs. Again, I do not believe the children paid for the house, but the house and the children belong together. It's their house. This is the girls' restroom. I'm talking about like the restroom in the hallway here. It is the girls' restroom. Is it just for one girl? No, all the girls use that restroom. So I say girls, make it a plural noun, and then put the apostrophe outside the S. the girls' restroom. It is for all the girls. It would be true if I put boys, B-O-I-S, then apostrophe, boys' restroom. Okay? So looking where the apostrophe is helps us know if it's a singular possessive noun or a plural possessive noun. And we talked about that a whole lot at the beginning of this year. If you need a refresher, send me an email and let me know. And finally, let's look at pronouns for nouns. Pronouns take the place of a noun. They help us not have such boring and repetitive speech. I can use pronouns that are the masculine pronoun. So when I'm talking about boys, it would be he, his, and him. I can use she, her, and hers as the feminine pronoun. It and its, we usually don't use those to talk about people. Those are objects usually. They, them, those, their, theirs is also can be objects or people in this case. They are going to the store. I'm talking about people, obviously. I'm not sending books to the store by themselves, right? I can use personal pronouns, I, me, my, mine. I can use pronouns to refer to other specific people and say you, your, and yours. Pronouns are important. It keeps me from saying, Miss Gilbert went to the movies, Miss Gilbert got a Coke, Miss Gilbert had popcorn, Miss Gilbert sat down, Miss Gilbert laughed in the movie, Miss Gilbert cried in the movie, Miss Gilbert had a really good time. Because by now, aren't you sick of hearing Miss Gilbert? Because I sure am sick of saying it. But I can say I, and if I'm not Miss Gilbert, I can say she or her in that sentence and not have to complete or in that paragraph and not have to say Miss Gilbert 500 times. Let's find the pronouns in these sentences. Bob went to the store. He needed to get bread while he was there. There are actually 3 pronouns. Well, a pronoun occurs 3 times. Here they are. Bob went to the store. I don't want to say Bob needed to get bread while Bob was there. So I can replace Bob with he, right? Bob went to the store. He refers to Bob, needed to get bread while he still refers to Bob was there. There's another one. Bob went to the store. He needed to get bread while he was at the store. Wouldn't that be a terrible way to have to talk? So there refers to the store. It's the place I just talked about. If I didn't have pronouns, these 2 sentences would sound like this. Bob went to the store. Bob needed to get bread while Bob was at the store. It's exhausting. I'm glad we don't have to talk like that. Pronouns are important. You just need to make sure of a couple things. You need to make sure you can identify a pronoun. You also need to make sure you can identify what the pronoun is referring to. So he refers to Bob, and there refers to store. All right, moving on a little bit from nouns, but I wanted to go ahead and do adjectives in this lesson as well because adjectives are words that are used to modify or describe a noun or a pronoun. Check out these sentences. The red boat was left in the bathtub. Well, let's first find the noun. There's 2 of them. Boat, sorry, let me try that again. Boat is a thing. Bathtub can be a thing or a place. So if adjectives describe a noun, is there anything that describes the bathtub? No. Is there anything that describes the boat? Yes, red boat. How about this one? There were 14 flowers. Well, I have there is a pronoun, and I have flowers is a noun. I don't have any words that describe there, but I do have a word that describes the flowers. 14 is the adjective that describes the flowers. It lets me know how many there are. The coat was a scratchy wool. Well, the coat is a noun, and wool is actually a noun. This adjective, scratchy, describes the wool that makes the coat. So scratchy you could say scratchy describes the wool, and since the coat is made from that wool, scratchy probably also describes the coat. In this sentence, it directly describes the wool. Does that make sense? Let's see if we can find some adjectives. We dressed the snowman in a black top hat with a bright orange carrot for a nose. His shiny black eyes were made of coal, and he wore a red and green scarf. He looked quite dapper. All right. We have we is a pronoun. Is there anything in that sentence that describes we? No. We dress the snowman, so snowman is a noun, in a black top hat. Sorry, snowman is a noun. And all of these things describe the snowman. So let's keep going. We dressed him in a black top hat. So a top hat is a thing. What describes the top hat? Black. It's the color of the top hat. With a bright orange carrot. Carrot is a noun, and I can describe the carrot as being orange. And I can also describe that orange as being bright. Okay, so those two words are adjectives. We have the carrot for a nose, his shiny black eyes. Okay, we don't have anything that describes his, but we do have two words now that describe eyes. His eyes are black and his eyes are shiny. They were made of coal, and he wore a red and green scarf. The scarf is described as green, and the scarf is described as red. He looked quite dapper. In this sentence, I do have an adjective that describes he. He is describing, or excuse me, dapper is describing he, the snowman. Did we get them all? We did. Think you can find some adjectives today? I think you can. What you're going to do today, let me go back here, is you are going to look at EOG Review Week 3, Day 1. You're going to type your name. You're already watching the video. You're going to click here. Guys, listen. This booklet has every single question on it that's in this assignment. This is like a way to get the answers before you do the assignment. Seems like a no-brainer, right? So please, you can play this as many times as you want. And every day I have it set to play a different game with the information from that day's lesson. So you're not getting bored with the same game over and over and over again. Okay? If you have a question about any of these before you start the assignment, send me an email and let me know. And I am more than happy to help you. All right? All right. Go play the game about nouns and adjectives. It also reviews the things that we did the last 2 weeks because I don't want you to forget those. And then complete the assignment. If you need any help, let me know.